Commentary on John 5:30 to 47. This section presents a unified testimony concerning identity, authority, and fulfillment. The voice is judicial in tone, structured like a legal case, where multiple witnesses are brought forward to establish truth. The emphasis is not merely on isolated claims, but on a converging witness that finds its resolution within a specific covenantal framework. Verses 30 to 32. The nature of judgment and witness. I can of mine own self do nothing. The statement establishes complete unity of will and action. Judgment is not portrayed as independent or arbitrary, but as perfectly aligned with divine intent. This is not a future, detached judgment, but one already operating within the present reality of that generation. The appeal to another that beareth witness introduces the necessity of multiple witnesses according to the law. The pattern follows covenantal requirements, indicating that what is unfolding is not outside the law, but its proper fulfillment. Verses 33 to 35. The witness of John. Reference is made to John as a burning and shining light. His role is transitional. He is not the source, but a witness preparing the way. The language suggests a temporary function. Ye were willing for a season to rejoice in his light. This indicates that the audience had already received sufficient testimony through John, yet their response was limited and fleeting. His witness belongs to the closing phase of the Old Covenant age, pointing forward to its imminent culmination. Verse 36. Greater works as witness. The works which the Father hath given me to finish. The works themselves function as visible, undeniable testimony. These are not merely miracles as isolated events, but signs revealing the completion of a redemptive mission. The phrase to finish carries covenantal weight, implying that something long anticipated is reaching its intended conclusion. These works stand as evidence that the anticipated promises are not deferred indefinitely, but are being realized in that present moment. Verses 37 to 38. The Father's direct witness. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time. This statement highlights a contrast between physical dissent and true recognition. Though the audience claims alignment with God, the absence of recognition reveals a deeper disconnect. The issue is not lack of exposure, but lack of internalization, his word abiding in you. The presence of the word in visible form exposes the absence of it within them. Verses 39 to 40, the scriptures and their fulfillment. Search the scriptures. They are they which testify. The scriptures are affirmed as a valid and authoritative witness. However, the tension arises in their misinterpretation. The act of searching is not condemned, but their failure to perceive what the scriptures point to. The life spoken of in the scriptures is not contained within the text itself as an end, but in the one to whom the text directs. Their refusal is not intellectual ignorance, but a resistance to the fulfillment standing before them. Verses 41 to 44. The problem of human approval. I receive not honor from men. The contrast shifts to motivation and allegiance. The inability to believe is tied to a desire for recognition from one another rather than alignment with divine truth. The phrase, how can ye believe, reveals that unbelief is not merely a lack of evidence, but a condition shaped by competing loyalties. Their framework is bound to institutional and social validation, preventing recognition of what does not conform to their expectations. Verses 45 to 47, Moses as accuser. There is one that accuseth you, even Moses. The argument reaches its climax by turning to Moses, the very figure in whom they place confidence. Instead of defending them, Moses stands as their accuser. This reversal is significant. The law, rather than justifying them, exposes their failure to recognize its fulfillment. The writings of Moses are not independent of what is taking place. They are intrinsically connected to it. If ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me. Belief in Moses is defined not by adherence to the text alone, but by recognition of what the text anticipated. Their rejection demonstrates that their understanding of Moses was incomplete and misdirected. Summary insight. This passage presents a courtroom of witnesses, John, the works, the Father, and the scriptures, all converging in agreement. The central issue is not the absence of testimony, but the inability to perceive its fulfillment. The framework is covenantal and immediate. What had been written, anticipated, and proclaimed is not awaiting a distant realization, but is being brought to completion within that historical moment. The tension lies between expectation and recognition, between holding to the form and encountering the substance to which it pointed. The result is a decisive contrast. Reliance on the letter without recognizing its fulfillment leads to accusation, while recognition of fulfillment aligns with life itself.